Let's do this, gamers. Episode 3. Will it be combined with episode 2? That's up to Ellie.
No.
Just a reminder, our protagonist fucking died.
Yeah.
And that was the only
Are we
interesting
sure
thing that
he died,
happened.
though?
He said he died.
Are we sure he died?
I would like to believe that Timothy Eli is dead.
I would also like to believe that Timothy Eli is dead.
Chapter 3.
We
The
suffer.
Rapture. Hey kid,
We suffer
get up,
so we don't have
said a
to.
voice,
Is he on
jolting me out
God's
of my
dance floor?
sleep-like state.
Yeah,
I waited to
he's
see
gonna
the light
play
or a
Dance
choir
Dance
of angels,
Revolution.
but all I see a man leaning against the wall with his hands in his pockets. Is this heaven? I said, searching the room, petrified. No, this is your basement, he said, walking toward me. I couldn't believe I didn't notice my basement. I only spent the better part of 6th grade locked there. I tried lifting weights in an attempt to put on. I just died, didn't I? Or was that a dream? I was talking
I like
a
this
mile
talking
a minute.
sprites.
Yeah, he's really
I
trying.
was
Effort
grasping
into
at
it.
straws. No, this isn't a dream, said the man. And yes, you did die. My father taught me not to be afraid of death, I said proudly.
What?
My name is Michael.
Bye.
He looked at me like an older brother who was meeting his younger sibling for the first time.
What?
It was weird.
Very
Met him.
specific.
I felt this
Yeah, what does that
strange
look
feeling,
like?
Brothers,
I had known
Michael.
him. Has your father ever spoken to you about the DOL?
The fucking
What?
daddy or little.
In the hung at his nightstand mirror.
Illuminati?
I remember the letters DOL
Bill
on
Cipher?
the face. As I held it in my hands, the medallion began to light up. It started out dim.
Is this in Wallpaper Engine?
Father's tool desk.
What
with his
happened to
feet
the
resting-
talking sprites? He tried for like 2 seconds.
Ran out of budget.
I gotta say, this is the best stolen pose that they've drawn all so far.
Yeah.
This man has like texture in his outfit.
But it's
Yeah.
not as
But
bad.
it's a step up.
It's
Belts.
better.
It's
It's
an improvement.
improving.
Like, they're getting better at stealing art.
Who or what are you? He smiled and looked at me like I already knew the
I
answer
am your
to the
guardian
question I was
angel.
asking. I'm an angel. A light-generated touchscreen appeared. Every button on the screen had weird
Oh
symbols
my
on
God.
it, he said, pointing at
Oh?
me. Just as he spoke, the light
No
every
fucking
crest of the
way!
layout.
He's an Omega!
I exhaled as a cool electric field jolted me upward.
Oh
We dove into what
Why is he so wide?
He's been
What?
elongated.
by like shooting
Ice cream.
stars. The
Right,
gravitational pull
66?
made me feel like I was flying.
Hard
What
rock.
is going on? I said, dodging the
Pepsi.
different light bodies.
I don't think they.
In my
I don't
whole
think he
life, I
can
had
use
only
it.
ever seen
Wait, is that
one
Illinois?
made me feel like I was flying. What?
That's not Illinois. I just saw the bottom part.
Oh.
It's that one. It's the one next to Illinois.
Indiana.
Indiana. It's what? Why Indiana?
Now the
Down.
color was endless. There were colors I hadn't seen before. Colors I couldn't put into words even if I tried. I'll explain everything later, but right now, follow me, he replied.
He's putting in a cheat
We were
code.
moving
Circle.
so fast it was hard to see anything. But the fact that I only had a second
I literally got up to use the
Slowly, I
bathroom and we are still here.
I
Oh.
copied his moves without
I'm
hesitation.
so happy
I
he's putting
entered
more
it as a
effort into
cold time.
Yo!
It felt
Oh
like
God,
diving
he's
into an icy river.
it.
I'm sorry, wait, he said Earth's ozone is made up of faith energy. So the reason that we're losing parts of the ozone layer is because we don't have enough faith energy.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
noxious gases, but
We
okay.
need to
This
pray
dimension is
more.
surrounded
We need to
and
pray!
protected. It was filled with red water and covered by a bluish-green landmass in the
Uh-oh.
shape of Texas, surrounded by the
Texas?
water. Michael, a little help? I pleaded, plunging into the unknown.
Michael!
I mean, if you wouldn't mind,
Michael.
I would rather not be falling headfirst
Michael.
into whatever
Michael's
we're
in
going to
the
land on.
bathroom.
I stared in awe as he proceeded to
Yeah,
walk over.
Michael!
Well, it's a little I stood up straight and embraced the change in gravity. My descent slowed as I felt the gravity
Whoa.
pass by me like a gust of wind.
Wait.
Let's
The
go!
fear I felt was gone. It flowed like endless energy.
The
I
anime
could
power
feel
buff.
everything in the atmosphere.
He's
I
Goku.
forced instantly plunging from suspension. Now release yourself and let's get going. I quickly released my suspension
Oh my
and
God.
joined him in a
That's a
free
little bit
fall.
too much suspension release.
So I stood there.
Oh my God.
What is that? that stance?
How is that a good landing stance?
These are the gates of heaven, he said, waving his
What?
hand in
These
a
are
game
what
show
now?
model-like fashion. I could only imagine how beautiful heaven was if this was just the gate.
I
stood
know, it looks
staring at the
horrifying.
That's not
gate,
looks
beautiful.
terrifying.
with a
Actually.
blank. You mean I finally get to go to heaven? I said, walking over to the gates. Well, that's one option, he replied, stopping me in my tracks with his words.
What?
I turned and a holographic screen appeared
my
out
God.
of nowhere.
Breaking
began
news.
to
Broadcast news updates from all over the world.
Who-
I
Who
even
is
noticed with Tim. These are the birthing pains, he said.
I'm sorry,
pausing.
they're the what?
My help? How can I help you? I
I'm
said,
12.
perplexed. A Christian willing to postpone their salvation. They have to make a sacrifice to protect a bunch of people who mocked and persecuted them in a world turned
Why are
from
you
God.
making a child do
He
this?
paused.
Literally nobody persecuted him. He was an asshole. He was an asshole. Nobody. Huh?
He had so. I'm sorry. Let's go over what
He
we
had
know.
so many fangirls.
Yeah,
All of
let's
the
go,
girls loved him.
let's go over what we know about Timothy Eli. He's 12 years old. His brother, super famous, super popular. He is also very talented in the same fields as his brother. He is considered handsome by every woman he comes across. He has 5 close friends.
But he is a loner who has no friends.
Yeah, and the
And
only
everyone
issue
hates him.
he's had until now has been 2 things. One is like being skinny, and then the other one is like the girl
His
he
love
likes.
life.
Yeah, the girl he likes hates him because he rejected her, and that's his fault. Not once has like a kid gone up to him and been like, "Ha, you fucking Christian God nerd." I haven't seen the religious persecution except for like the brief mention of the anti-Christian movement or whatever the fuck was
but,
going
like-
on there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where is that point coming? What was that for?
Yeah,
It
they
was for the
dropped that.
persecution, I'm assuming, but like it had nothing to do with him.
4 of my neighbors were found dead, and then they did nothing with it.
Yeah, that was weird. I really thought this was gonna go as like a rebellion thing against like God.
Yeah, I thought that like the group was gonna be like part of the downfall or something.
Yeah, I wasn't
thought there
expecting
might-
the rapture.
Yeah, I had a prophetic vision of the rapture.
That's easy for you to say. Those animals killed my grandfather, I replied.
Okay.
They deserve whatever's coming
That was
to them.
sudden.
You say these verses and they sound cute, but it's harder when you've grown up in a world as bad as mine.
What?
First, besides, you're only 10. Right now, that's your dad's job. And seeing as you're here, I assume
Did
you
his
did
age
pretty well.
change
Dude, I
again?
literally
You're
can't
too
figure out
young
his
to
age.
understand bad, and
Oh
they
my
hate
fucking
it.
god.
They try their best to be good and follow the laws to show
What?
that even though they are bad, there has to be somebody better suited for this than me. What about Jacob? Couldn't you just kill him off? I protested, turning around. I'm sure you're right, he said with a smile. And that's why it has to be you. What?
What?
It has to be me because I suck? I said, befuddled. No, it has to be you because you're humble, he said, laughing at my... I almost swallowed my tongue from the shock of him picking me up and
Why is it real pants again?
Why?
Why is,
Why?
why is Michael, like, thick?
Wait. Why is his hand white?
But first I have to perform a ritual on you, he said,
A what?
walking over
You know,
to
we
me.
really-
Ritual, you
You
say?
sound very
He placed
religious.
his hand. Every one of those dots represents a person with faith energy. Right now, there are over 1 million, he said, running his hand over the globe.
There weren't very many.
I heard I get to pick a team to battle against this evil you were talking about earlier? I asked,
He's
staring
forming a
intensely
party?
at the...
I like got
His
so
words
bored
caught
that I
me
got
off guard.
reinterested again.
My experience, I asked, perplexed.
Yeah, it's like looped
Are you
back
saying
around.
I
I am
know.
like fully
people?
paying
Like
attention
I'm
now.
back now.
His eyebrow. It would only make sense for the children to be Christian as well. To think we were all Christian, yet because of the mayhem at our door, we were forced to keep it from each other. I was surprised to see that I knew so little about my friends and family.
Okay.
Gay
So
kids
our
talk about
parents
each
raised
other.
us- Well, right now we're in the process of killing your friends and family, said Michael nonchalantly. What? Suddenly, portals began to pop up all over the platforms as all my familiar family and friends emerged.
Whoa!
They walked in a daze.
Why are they
looking at
all sticky?
Well, Pete,
What happened? Yeah, what happened to Pete, bro? Also, Jacob is way too ripped. Oh,
Jacob 13, by the way.
Jesus, I know. It's just that they all look like they're fucking
What
in their
the
20s.
This is a haunting shot right here.
Could you imagine if like 12-year-olds look like this? I'd be so scared.
I could see the pain
So
in her
how
eyes as she
long
stared
has
at
it
me.
been?
Not just hers, but all
Yeah.
of their eyes. But Sai's were the
Like,
most telling.
is this like it's
What
been
had
like
my
10
death
years
done
and
to
they're
her?
adults and he's just a kid?
Tim? She gushed,
Or has it
squinting
been,
to
like,
make sure
40
I was
minutes?
real.
I don't know.
The scent of her hair was intoxicating. I squeezed her,
Okay,
hoping
well, I
to
hope they're the
purge
same
away
age.
all the... I have never seen anything so beautiful.
I've never heard
I don't know where
anything
we
less
are, but
human
this place
sounding.
is- I landed hard on the cold, damp floor. The place, pitch
Once
black.
again.
It was like coming out of surgery and coming down off painkillers, only the pain was emotional. I placed my hand on an
So,
adjacent wall to
Emotional
steady
trauma,
myself.
got it.
Jealousy, another voice ringed out, and as soon as that light disappears, I'm going to tear you apart. Who are
Huh?
you? I screamed.
Uh,
How do you know my
Okay,
name?
thank you.
You're looking for the kid that came through a little while ago, but you'll never find him. The light he had is gone by now, and he's been taken into the darkness. And the flesh is being
Okay.
peeled from his body as we speak.
What?
Michael's words about
Yo,
these entities
hold on.
being, "You're lying. No, you're the liar," he erupted. My words seemed to anger him. The blood-curdling screams seemed to be coming from everywhere. The voices sounded like they were going through unspeakable
Oh,
torture. And now, with what
I
the
don't
entity said, I knew
Like
I didn't
how
have
he's
much time.
throbbing.
I
Yeah, I
sprinted
know, it's
down
kinda
the
weird.
hall at an I recoiled as the repulsive entity's face finally came into view. The creature's eyes were all
That's
black,
a
and its
D&D
face
art.
was- It was a man that had somehow deformed into a serpent-like beast.
This is not a man.
I began to sprint as fast as I could, screaming Luke's
throbbing
name at the top
again.
of my lungs.
No!
Luke! Luke, please! Help me! I screamed, completely melting
Bro,
down.
aren't you there to help
Say
him?
something. Against the
I
wall
hope he
in
gets
anguish.
back and Luke is just
Something was
standing
trying
there.
to run me
Yeah,
off.
he's just like, I'm
It
sorry,
was
I was taking a
playing with
while.
I put my hands together and closed my
Oh
eyes
my
with
God.
the fear of the enemy
Literally.
raging. Lead me to my lost brother before the terrors
Aye.
of hell engulf him. I stood with my fists clenched as I could feel the beast of purgatory cowering in fear. I had a renewed spirit as I streamed down the hallway once
Fear
again screaming Luke's
Of
name.
a
Here.
12-year-old.
It's Tim, Jacob's little brother. I'm over here, help! He screamed. I turned
Oh, shit,
to see
he's
him
been
curled
inverted!
up in a... It was Luke, all right. He didn't look
Why does Luke
nearly
have
as bad
titties?
as the... I just saw a bunch of lifeless bodies. Weird, I replied. I didn't see anything.
Yeah,
I just
weird.
heard
Wow,
the screams.
dead
Weird.
people.
He had always been so macho, and to see him that vulnerable was out of character.
It's almost
But
like
enduring
he's...
He's
what
so
he did,
macho
who
with
could
those
blame him?
boobs.
I thought this was my punishment. I thought he didn't hear my prayers. But now, even in this hell-filled darkness, I know that he does.
And not the
I
rest of these
sat
people, though.
and I
Rest in
prayed
peace,
for the first time. I take Jesus Christ as my Lord Savior. He is the Son of God, and I know that he died for my sins, and he rose again. As he spoke, he began to glow. I stood in awe as he... Oh yeah, and if you tell anyone what happened here, I'll use your head as a speed bag, he said, walking forward.
Great
That's not a
message.
prayer, like,
I returned
God
his
closes
smile
the portal.
with a
Sorry, you
nod
can't
and smile of
expect
my
to
own.
murder anyone.
And I couldn't help but feel sympathy for anybody who would ever have to endure that. If it really were in my hands, I would make sure I saved as many people as I could from this fate.
Of course.
If I never saw that place again, it would be too soon.
Hey, okay.
What did you guys learn?
Nothing, actually.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys have any final words?
This is hell. This is my personal hell.